We'd hear a little bit of a rumor, this and that. And it was just kind of one of those things where you just kind of held your breath until you heard them actually announce it. It was one of those things where until we heard it out of the, Mr. Ford's mouth, we didn't really want to believe it. My name is Jamie Williams. We're sitting in my tattoo shop right now, Picton Tattoo Club, and I tattoo for a living. I have been tattooing almost 14 years now. I've been drawing ever since I could hold a pencil. I was always highly encouraged from, my parents, family members, teachers, and just kind of continued on that path of art. Went on to pursue a fine art degree at McMaster University, and then ended up doing teachers college to then teach art at a high school level because I enjoyed it so much myself. So tattooing kind of found me. When I was approached about doing an apprenticeship, I was actually in the middle of my teachers college program. I went down to a studio with my sister to talk to her artist, just to get to know an artist for when I wanted to get tattooed. And he got asking me about my education because he never went to art school. He just kind of was a natural artist himself. And then asked me if I'd bring down some work to show him. So a couple weeks later, I took down some of my art projects that I did in university, and we chatted for a couple hours, and by the end of the conversation, I was offered an apprenticeship. So I jumped at it. There's a lot of reasons to love tattooing. One of the big ones, obviously, is the creativity involved. But another big bonus is working with my clients. You get to meet so many interesting people, like through your career and through your work, and you get to hear so many interesting stories. So you get to know these people really well, and you almost kind of become part of the family in a way. You catch up every time you see each other, ask how the kids are doing, and hear what the new news and gossip is. So it's a fun relationship to build with your clients, and it's a huge bonus to be able to do something I love, to be able to draw and create and give people something special that they get to carry with them all the time. Well, the biggest impact for the shop obviously was all the lockdowns. So we had 3 lockdowns in total so far, fingers crossed. The first one was a 3-month shutdown, and then we were allowed to open for approximately 6 months. And then we were shut down for another 2 months, I believe. We were open after that point for 6 weeks. And then we were shut down for another 3 months before we were finally able to reopen again. So obviously there's a lot of lost wages. There's a lot of bills that still need to be paid, even though we're shut down. From a financial standpoint, you're not really gonna recover from 8 months lost income. Eventually, things will hopefully settle and kind of get back to normal. And, hopefully I'll be able to continue on with my plan for the shop to expand and bring on another artist at some point. Not only for financial means, but also to serve the public, because myself and Ian, the other artist, are so busy right now that we don't really have a lot of time for walk-ins and things like that. This job, although stressful sometimes, since we do have a lot of responsibility and pressure on us to perform and do a good job, despite that, it's so rewarding and it's so fun. Definitely something that makes me happy. Yeah. I don't see the passion for this job ever changing. I think it'll always be something that I'll want to do. Even if I retire, I'll probably still bust out my machines once in a while for a good friend or a collector.